There is a field of sunflowers outside a forgotten village in central Ukraine, not far from Kremenchuk. In summer, the field looks harmless, golden faces turned toward the sky, tall stems whispering in the wind. Children run between them. Bees hum lazily. The world feels alive. But beneath the roots of those flowers, there is a well. No one draws water from it anymore. No one even remembers who dug it. My grandmother used to say the well was older than the village itself. Older than the church with its peeling blue dome. Older than the cobblestone road that leads toward Poltava. It was not made for water, she once told me. It was made to hold something. I laughed when I was a child. I do not laugh anymore. The first time I saw the well, I was 10 years old. It was late July, and the heat pressed down on the land like a heavy hand. My cousins dared me to run to the center of the sunflower field at dusk. Touch the stones and come back, they said. The sun was bleeding orange into the horizon when I pushed through the tall stalks. The deeper I went, the quieter it became. The insects stopped. The wind faded. And then I saw it, a circle of old gray stones, half swallowed by soil and roots. No bucket. No rope. Just darkness. The air above the well was cold. Not cool like shade. Cold like a cellar. I stepped closer and leaned over the edge. I expected to see water reflecting the sky. Instead, I saw nothing. Not even the hint of a bottom. Then I heard it. Not an echo. Not dripping. Breathing. I froze, gripping the stone rims so hard my fingers hurt. The breathing was slow. Deep. As if something far below was sleeping. I told myself it was wind moving through the shaft. I told myself it was my imagination. Children hear monsters where there are none. But then the breathing stopped. And something inhaled sharply. Right beneath my face. I stumbled back, heart slamming against my ribs. The sun dipped lower, shadows stretching long and unnatural across the field. The sunflowers no longer seemed golden. They seemed watchful. I ran. I did not look back. That night, I dreamed of roots. Thick sunflower roots twisting downward into the dark, wrapping around something that pulsed faintly. In the dream, I was standing at the bottom of the well, though I had never climbed inside it. And I was not alone. Something stood behind me. Tall. Too close. It did not touch me. It waited. When I woke, dirt was under my fingernails. I had not left my bed. I did not tell anyone. But the next morning, the field had changed. The sunflowers in the very center, around the well, had turned away from the sun. They faced downward. Toward the earth. By August, the village began to whisper. Animals refused to cross the sunflower field. Dogs howled at night. Cows broke their ropes and fled when led too close. And then old Mikola disappeared. He was the beekeeper. A quiet man who lived near the edge of the village and rarely spoke. People said he liked to walk the fields at dusk. They found his hat near the sunflowers. Nothing else. No footprints. No signs of struggle. Just the well stones, damp with condensation despite the heat. My grandmother crossed herself when she heard. "It has begun again," she murmured. I demanded she explain. She hesitated for a long time. Then she told me the story her grandmother had told her. Long before churches stood in these lands, before Christianity reached the plains, people here believed in something beneath the soil, something ancient that slept below roots and rivers. They did not worship it. They fed it. Not with blood. With silence. Once every generation, someone was taken. Not dragged. Not chased. Taken quietly. And in return, the land remained fertile. The crops grew tall. The winters were mild. A bargain. But bargains expire. The night the well opened, the sky was clear, too clear. No clouds. No wind. No sound. I woke to a vibration beneath the floorboards of our house. Subtle at first, like distant thunder. Then stronger. The glass in the windows trembled. Outside, the sunflowers were moving. Not swaying. Turning. All of them. Slowly rotating toward the center of the field. Toward the well. A low hum rose from the earth. Not loud, but deep enough to feel in the bones. I stepped outside barefoot. The soil was warm. Too warm. As if something beneath it was breathing heat upward. Then the ground in the middle of the field collapsed. Not violently. Gracefully. The stones of the well shifted and widened, roots tearing free from the earth as if pulled from below. And from the darkness inside, something rose. Not a body. Not a creature. A column of shadow. It shimmered like heat above asphalt, yet it swallowed light instead of bending it. And every sunflower bowed. The shadow did not move toward the village. It waited. The humming stopped. The night felt suspended. Then I understood. It was not here to hunt. It was here to collect. A memory surfaced in my mind, my dream of standing at the bottom of the well. The sense of being watched. Measured. Chosen. My grandmother stepped beside me. Her face was pale, but calm. It remembers the promise, she whispered. What promise? I asked. That someone would always answer. The shadow shifted. Not forward. But upward. Stretching taller than the church dome. And then I heard it, not in my ears, but in my thoughts. A single question. Will you descend? Not a threat. An invitation. I realized something terrible. The ones who disappeared were not taken by force. They stepped forward. I walked into the sunflower field. Each step felt heavy, yet deliberate. The air grew colder the closer I came to the open well. The shadow leaned inward, as if listening. I reached the rim. The darkness inside no longer felt empty. It felt vast. Alive. And patient. I turned back once. My grandmother stood still at the edge of the field, tears on her face, but she did not call my name. Because she knew. This was not sacrifice. It was balance. The land had fed us for generations. And something beneath it had waited in silence. I looked into the well. And for the first time, I saw a reflection. Not my face. A field of sunflowers stretching endlessly under a sky without sun. I understood then. It did not want death. It wanted witness. To be remembered. To not sleep forgotten beneath the roots of the living. I see you, I whispered. The shadow dissolved. The well stones sank slowly back into place. The sunflowers lifted their heads toward the coming dawn. And the earth grew still. No one disappeared that year. Or the next. The field still blooms every summer near Kremenchuk. Golden. Beautiful. Harmless. But sometimes, if you stand very still at dusk, and listen closely, you can hear breathing beneath the roots. And you will understand, some wells are not meant to give water. They are meant to hold what the world chooses to forget.